Okay, I'm back at the 1915 to 1925 dump, and I believe I found one of the areas that is still productive. Because, let's face it, this dump is literally 99% wiped out. Because I dug here 20 days for 9 hours a day, and it was already 60% dug out at that time. So, hopefully my probing skills are up to par, and that this is really going to be a good spot. Okay, I finally found the first piece of an embossed soda. So I'm pretty sure this is a virgin layer. I'm just about on top of the good layer. So hopefully we'll find a few good bottles anyway. Okay. The first bottle out is a dental bottle with a swastika on it. And that is blown in the mold. It's got a slight bit of a chip on the top, but that's a pretty good bottle. So we're into the treasure now. That was an interesting find. It has a stopper in it. It has 57 on it. Okay, we might have a Pepsi. It is. It is a Pepsi. It's not quite perfect, but even to find one in this condition is rare. 99% of the Pepsi bottles in this dump are broken, and that is not an exaggeration. I found about 1,000 broken ones and only 4 intact, so it's really 99.5% are broken. But this one is still worth something. Okay, another Pepsi possible. Oh man. It's a Clarksburg Bottling Works. They're fairly common. I found about 7 or 8 of these in here before. But it's still worth bringing home because I could splice a new top onto that one. Another Pepsi, I believe. Whoa, and it's pretty good condition too. It's what I refer to as the minimum. Wait a minute. This one doesn't even have it. Wait, oh, it's embossed on there so faintly it's almost impossible to read it. At the bottom, Bottling Works, Shinnston, West Virginia. It's got a big bruise out of it, but that's still worth something. Doesn't have any cracks in it, so that's surprising because almost all of these have cracks. And right next to it, I found a straw. So obviously a hole's been dug here, and I'm right on the edge of where somebody else dug. From what I can remember, there wasn't bruising issues from them sitting out, but there is. I could have sworn this didn't happen up here in West Virginia, but I guess I'll have to go get a bucket of water. Oh my god, it's one of the ultra awesome ones. The split script. That is the best kind and the oldest kind. That is what I want. This is the $1,000 bottle. Okay, here's the top of one of those. I made the mistake of not saving any tops because I just didn't think about it. This was 15 years ago. I just saved the bodies of the bottles. So I'm glad to find a top, because then I can cut it off and splice it onto another one, because these are blown in the mold and 8 ounce, so they got a little bit different curvature than the normal 6.5 ounces. And there's another one. Split script, the only Pepsi that has the word Pepsi and then cola underneath it. And not only that, but it's just a very beautiful design. Okay, I found a piece of embossed beer. Whoa, this was an unexpected find. It's Amber Coke from Clarksburg. I don't think I found any of these the last 20 days that I dug here. So that's definitely going home, because I'll definitely splice a new neck onto that one, because I don't have one of these in my collection. And I have at least 100 straight-sided Cokes in my collection. And here's a third broken split script. You can barely see the edge of the embossing on it, but it says 8 ounces contents. And here's another one. You gotta love that. The most beautiful Pepsi bottle design ever. Well, at least in the top 3. Well, it's getting dark, but this is a green minimum embossed Pepsi. These are extremely rare. That is a good replacement top right there. That's an $800 bottle if it was intact. Okay, we got something else. It's an embossed beer. Wheeling. Can't quite read it right now, but it's a pretty decent bottle. Well, I found a tool top pharmacy and some little cork top bottle, but it's too dark to continue, so until tomorrow. I don't know why, but every day the weather is like this. It's so depressing. Back for day 2 at the Shinnston dump. Okay, I might have one. I got a soda bottle of some sort. It's just a minimum embossed, but it is a Shinnston Pepsi. There's the word cola. Oh well. And there's our first split script for the day, or what's left of it. Okay, I got 2 that are potentially intact. One's right here. Of course it isn't a Pepsi bottle. It's just a plain, I don't know, ketchup maybe? But here's part of an embossed beer. I don't recognize this one. Okay, now on with the next one. It feels like an intact bottle, so could we be so lucky as to find the whole Pepsi? Nope. It's a broken one of the minimum embossing. And here's an embossed beer. I can't quite read it yet. Anyway, it's cracked and broken. We have another one that's possibly almost intact. I forgot to tell you that you are lucky to even find one with the neck broken off. To find an absolutely perfect one is nearly impossible. Alright, it's split script, and it shows the whole slug plate, so seems that they're so beautiful. This is still worth something because it's got the whole slug plate there, but it's broken down a little too far to cut into drinking glass. But still, it's got to be worth $20 anyway. Okay, I got a crown top sticking out. That means it could be an intact soda bottle, and it certainly looks like it is one. Here's another broken minimum embossed Pepsi. But what about this one? Oh, damn it, it's broken. Okay, what is this? It's just another beer. But we have another round bottle. And another round bottle. Two possible bottles. It is a minimum embossed Pepsi. But I dug a hole here and I found about 70 of these. They were broken off just like that, and I set them out along the edge of the hole, and it surrounded the entire hole, and then I came back 2 days later and they were all gone. And another split script, and it's green. Look at that green color. It's very rare to find a green Pepsi from 1915. So these come in 5 different colors actually. Green, pale aqua, medium aqua, clear, and purple. And here's another split script in clear, which is a fairly scarce color because they're normally aqua. And here's a piece from Clarksburg. And another kind of beer that I don't recognize. Well, I just suddenly found this one. Morgantown, West Virginia. Oh no, it's only got a small crack. So, that's a good one. I've never seen one of these before. And a broken Clarksburg Bottling Works. But, this is the same style as the Shinnston split script. It's an 8 ounce with a watermelon slug plate. So you know what that means. I could saw this off and use this for a repair neck for a Shinnston split script. Well, I found a crockery lid. It's got a chip out of it, but it's better than nothing, so it's probably still worth $5. Found some kind of a lid and a half-ounce pharmacy. At least it's blown in the mold. Well, that's it for this haul. On to a new one. Some guy came along and asked me if I wanted to buy some old bottles, and I said, well, it depends what kind they are. And this is what he brought. A bunch of 1945 to 1975. And then he goes on to mention how he sold a bunch of embossed milks just the day before. Some of them from Shinnston. And I couldn't believe my luck. I missed out on the opportunity of lifetime again. And yes, he really did have them, because he showed me on his phone pictures of embossed milks.